Hi there, my name is Sandra, and in this algebra course we're going to start from very basic and we're going to build up and build up and build up until grade 12 algebra. I'm going to put it all in one playlist and you can see where you are missing components and where you don't understand things and go back to certain ones and go moving forward to other ones. Alright, so I'm going to start with the most basic algebra. So these are the type of sums where I'm going to go through this lesson. So you can pause the video and work these out. And if you've got the same answers as me, you don't have to watch this video because then you obviously know already. Okay, pause now. Alright, I hope you unpaused now. And now we can quickly look at the answers. So here we've got a 2 and an x, and it's x squared. We have plus, so we've got 2 plus 3 is 5, and the variable is x. Here we can add that one and that one, so we have x squared plus x. Right? Here I'm going to add that one and that one, and that one and that one. So we have 3x squared plus 5y minus 6x. Here we've got x times x is x squared. X times x times x is x cubed. And then 3x over 3, so the 3 cancels, and we've got x. Okay, so if you've got the right answers, move on to the next video. Otherwise, let me quickly take you from the beginning. Right, so the same as you learned in primary school. In primary school we had, let's say, 3 apples, ooh, that's a weird apple, plus 2 apples. Ooh, that's a heart. I must practice drawing apples for these things. So it's 3 apples plus 2 apples. So how many apples have you got? We have 5 apples. We have 5, but 5 what? 5 apples. Okay? And then your teacher said, what about if we have this? So 3 bananas plus 5, let's make a pear. Let's see if I can draw a pear. Ugh, weird pear. Okay, so 3 bananas plus 5 pears. We can't work it out because it's not the same. In other words, you are still have 3 bananas and 5 pears. It doesn't change because we can't put them together. We can only put things together that are the same. So it's very important in all of maths, everything you do, we must have the same stuff. Otherwise, we can't add them together. Whoops. That is just with addition and with plussing and minusing, with addition and subtraction. With multiplication, we can do anything we like. Now we're bringing in variables. So a variable is basically, here we had apples. But now I'm saying, I have a box and I have no idea what's in this box. So I've got 3 of this stuff. And I've got 2 of the same stuff. And because they are the same, we can add them. So then we say 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 of what? 5 of that stuff. So don't think about, ooh, there's letters in my maths. It's just stuff that we don't know what it is. So it has to be the same, otherwise we can't plus or minus. And then over here, this would be, so let me go like this and say 3, I don't know what I've got. It's things. So I've got 3 of these things. And I've got 5 of these things. And I've got 2 of these things. So then you need to go check. Those things are the same, but this thing is completely different. So I can't put different stuff together. It must be the same. So this one doesn't have anything else of the same. So we keep it as it is, and then these two, we can just put them together in the same box because it's the same stuff. So this is 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 what? 7 of this stuff. And then there we've got our answer. So with addition and subtraction, we're basically working with stuff. So you can think about it like the box is an X, or is labeled X, and we're putting stuff that's the same into this box. But we can't mix our stuff in our boxes. So let's say, for example, we're moving and we've got a box that we put a big letter Y on. And that is all our kitchen stuff. And we've got another box that has a big X on it. And it's got all the garden stuff. But you don't want to put the garden stuff with the kitchen stuff. So we have to sort out all the garden stuff goes together. So I've got 7 garden things in this box. And I've got 3 kitchen stuff in this box. All right. Now, let's look at this one. Let's say 2x squared minus 5x minus, okay, let's make this a 3x squared. Okay, so the x squared and an x is not the same. An x, so these things here, the exponents. So this one, we don't write the exponent, but it's actually a 1. But if it's a 1, we know, we don't have to write it down. So, here, this is 1-dimensional. This is 2-dimensional. So for this thing, it's sort of like thinking we've got a line. It's 1 dimension. Whereas this, we've got 2 dimensions. So it goes like that and like that. And it's not the same. So we can't add them. If we had 3, then it would have been like this. So this is just an x. This is an x squared. Squared literally because it makes a square. And this would be x cubed, would be a cube. So it's got 3 dimensions. So it's not the same thing at all. Obviously we can go up here to like hundreds and thousands, but to actually draw it, I mean, how do you draw 4, 5, 6 dimensions? Not easy. I'm not going to do it. So, and do they even exist? Who knows? I'm not a physicist. So, let's check here. So now this one is all by itself, and this one and this one is the same because they both have a squared. So we've got this stuff. We've got that stuff. How many of that stuff? We've got 2 minus 3 is minus 1. Okay, and here, this one's all by itself, so nothing changes, minus 5x. Right, so this is adding and subtracting variables. Now, let's look at multiplication. All right, I just quickly want to say, very, very important, actually, not just a quickly, and actually very important. This minus belongs to this 3. Like this plus belongs to this 2. So if we take this and we break it up into different things, this would be a 3y. This thing here is 5x. And this thing here is a positive 2x. Okay, this thing here is minus 5x. So the important thing is that the sign that is in front of it belongs to it. Okay, then, there's my 5x that I drew. Didn't realize that it fell off. Okay, now let's have a look at this. If we're adding and subtracting things, I just want to show you this. 3x minus 5x. Okay, so this is a 3x, so we can put it on a number line. So adding and subtracting is just we're in one dimension, we're going more or we're going less. So here we've got, let's put the 0 there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here we've got minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. So if you are unfamiliar with the negative numbers, and it's something that you struggle with, think about, here I have money, here I owe money. So in this sum, I have 3 of the stuff. But now I have to give you 3 of that, 5 of that stuff. I have to give away. So then I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I end up with, now I'm in debt. I owe 2 of that stuff. If we're looking at multiplication, like I briefly said before, we're looking at dimensions. So if we've got 2 times 2, let's put an x in there for good measure, 2x times 2x. What this means is we've got 1 2x, and on a different dimension, we've got another 2x. So if we multiply those together, we get the area of that. I'm sure you remember area and perimeter. So here we've got 2 times 2 is 4, and x times x is x squared. All right, so it makes a dimension. Now, let's take a negative. So if we've got a negative times a positive, or a positive times a negative, then both of these ones, our answer is going to be negative. The reason for this, let me go like that. That one times that one, and that one times that one. Then it's easier to see what's going on. Equals that one. So with these negatives, we need 2 different things. So if the signs are different, then it's negative. If they are the same, things that's the same is positive. So here we've got different things, negative. Here we've got same things, positive. And if we take something like this, and we say x squared, okay, you know what, that works with exponents. I'll do that later. So let's just go like this, times x. Okay, so now we've got, if you're multiplying algebra things, we always start by looking at the sign. So it's negative and positive, they're different, so it's negative. Here we have an x, and then we look at the exponents. Here we've got 2, here we've got 1. So then we've got 3 of them in total. Okay. Let's do one more. Don't like the videos being too long. So let's say we have 3y times minus 4x times, no, I'm going to go like this, and minus xy. Okay, so what we have here is, as always, we first look at the signs. So this is multiply. What does a bracket mean? A bracket also means multiply. So we first look at the signs. There's no pluses and minuses, so I can just put them all together. So positive and negative stays a negative because they're different. And then we've got negative and negative, it becomes positive. So our whole answer is positive, but we don't need to write it. We only write it down if it's negative. Now we look at the numbers. 3 times 4 is 12. Okay, now we look at the x's. We always do them in alphabetical order. So there's no x, there's 1. So there's 1, 2 x's. And then we look at the y's. And there's 1, 2 y's. And then that is our answer. I'm going to do one more just to show you. So if you've got things like this written together with no sign in between, then it automatically means that it is times. It's multiplication. That also means multiplication. That also means multiplication. And we can also write it like this. Which is basically also multiplication. So let's have a look. We first start with our signs. So positive, 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 negative. So it stays negative. 4 times 1 times 1 times 1 is 4. Then we've got the variable x. But how many of them have we got? 2, 3. Then we look at our variable y. And we've got 1, 2. And that is our answer. Alright, that's it for now. And in the next video, we'll continue with I want to do equations in the next video. So then we're going to look at how do we figure out what the value of this x actually is.